New tonight, H&N investigates the case of a Hawaii businessman whose trusted bookkeeper cost him a fortune. The owner of Dave's Ice Cream tells our Daryl Huff how the woman was able to cash checks that were not even signed.
It waked me up.
2 years after near financial ruin, Dave Leong can still proudly show off his best-known product.
Here's a green tea that we sell in the supermarkets.
You invented that, right?
Yes.
Wow. Dave's Ice Cream survived the pandemic, while Dave also fought prostate cancer.
The pandemic hit us and we shut down, and I'm running around talking with our landlords how to pay our rent, and it was a horrible year.
But under the surface lurked another threat to the business. A bookkeeper hired in 2019, he says, was steadily ripping him off and failing to pay employee payroll taxes. He didn't know that until 2024, when he was hit with a tax lien demanding over $1 million.
In the next 5 months, I paid everything off.
And how much was it that you owed?
$800,000 and $400,000 plus in penalties and interest.
The money came out of his own pocket, including a new $800,000 debt on his home.
The damage was so great for me personally that it's very unlikely I would be able to be whole again in my lifetime.
The bookkeeper, who is under criminal investigation but has not been charged, accepted responsibility in a letter to the IRS, in which she said, "I was in charge of the bookkeeping from December 2019 to present and made significant errors that led the company to incorrectly file and pay taxes."
She came in my office and said, I said, "I want to see all the notices." She pulls out 28 notices. Says, "Dave, I'm so sorry. I didn't know it was that many notices."
So she's just basically claiming incompetence at that point, like, oops, I made a mistake.
Yeah.
A military dependent, the letter blamed her failures on the pandemic, a new baby, and poisoning by the Red Hill fuel spill.
Yes, when I was a bookkeeper, I didn't know about all this yet.
Going back through 4 years of accounts for 3 businesses, Leong and his staff found several suspicious payments by the bookkeeper to herself. Former Deputy Police Chief and fraud investigator John McCarthy said cancer and the pandemic made Dave a great target.
It's when the person is vulnerable for whatever, there's some tragic event in their life. Often it's an illness. They'll take advantage of these people.
Here's another.
Dave said his most frustrating discovery was that the bookkeeper wrote herself 27 checks between December 2019 and March of 2022 on the company's First Hawaiian Bank account, which were cashed even though they were not even signed.
It should have never been honored. It's not forged. It has no signature. It's not worth a penny.
It's a discrepancy that Dave says if he knew about in 2019, he could have prevented the disaster.
I would have fired her. And then none of this would have happened.
The suspect apparently found a security weakness by depositing the checks remotely to her mainland bank. First Hawaiian says had they attempted to mobile deposit unsigned checks at First Hawaiian Bank, they would have been denied. Dave asked First Hawaiian to reimburse him when he learned about the theft in 2024, but First Hawaiian explained that customers are required to check their statements monthly and report forgeries within a month of the statement. So Dave was 4 years late in reporting the forgery. Although Dave was shocked to learn that a bank would cash an unsigned check, banking and fraud experts tell me they're not surprised at all.
Sometimes the banks, no human being looks at the checks. They look at the magnetic coating on the bottom of the check. Again, ensuring that it's the proper routing number of the bank, the account number is proper, and that the amount is, in the bank, in the account, so it can be withdrawn.
First Hawaiian Bank did reimburse Dave last week for the $50,000 in unsigned checks, saying, "Our leadership ultimately made the decision to provide support to this business. It took some time, but we're happy we were able to help our customer recover the losses from the unauthorized transactions that took place at another financial institution."
My problem was I never got into the digital world. I finally got an app on my phone that I can check First Hawaiian Bank account 6 months ago.
The bank experts and Dave say the takeaway here is to check your bank statements monthly for anything suspicious.
I always say that the best protection is you, not an insurance company, not a bank, not your accountant, but you yourself.
Dave's mistake was trusting one person with all his accounting.
Make sure you check your statements. I had 3 businesses, 100 employees. I didn't do that.
We reached the bookkeeper. She declined to comment. Daryl Huff, Hawaii News Now.